Hey, Steve.
Seb, how are you, sir?
All right. Merry Christmas.
To you too. Where are we talking? Where are you from?
I'm calling from the UK in the Somerset area.
Yeah, okay. Have we talked before?
We have
I
back in
th-
May last year.
I thought I remembered you. Yeah, you looked very familiar to me, Seb.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Good to see you again.
Yeah,
So
and
how have you been? How's everything going for you?
I've been doing really well. In fact, I just got back from the screening of the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, perfect, perfect. I just saw it as well. I'm in Columbus, Ohio at the GalaxyCon event, and we did a screening last Friday night for a big audience, and I did sort of a commentary along with it, talking about the behind the scenes. So yeah, it's fresh in my mind too. I really enjoyed seeing it. I hadn't seen it in a while.
Mm, and 30 years is such a big milestone.
It is, it is. Yeah, it's hard for me to believe that it was 30 years ago on the one hand, and on the other hand, so many things have happened since then. It's been a long time.
Yeah. Anyways, before we continue, should we have our snapshot before we forget?
Absolutely, absolutely. We can do
Hey,
that right now.
yeah.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Is member staff still here or?
I'm not sure. Hey, you want to do our snapshot? Are we good for that? Okay, okay.
Oh, okay, much
We're
better.
good. We're good. Okay. We
Great,
both
much.
had we both had our smiles frozen as we waited, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was awkward.
No problem. No
Yeah.
problem. So tell me, so what are your plans for the holidays?
Well, my family and I are spending Christmas in Toronto. It's in Canada.
Oh, terrific, terrific. So you're going to be traveling over.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have lots of other family in Toronto as well?
I sure do.
You probably know we did Fraggle Rock in Toronto, so I was there for a long time.
Yeah, Kirk Thatcher told me that last year.
That's right. That's right. I'm hoping that I know there are some Comic Cons that happen in Canada and in Toronto. I'm hoping to get to one of those, mostly so I can see all my friends who are there.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. I still know a lot of people there. Many, many fond memories of our years doing Fraggle. But I have to say, even though I spent a lot of time in the UK, I think the coldest I have ever been in my life was in Toronto.
Mm,
The weather was very cold in the wintertime.
mm, I can tell.
Yeah, yeah. So tell
Anyway,
me more. Tell me more.
well, I actually planned out a few questions for the
Yeah.
show.
Oh, let's do those. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
okay. What was your experience like working with Jim Henson's son Brian and creating a Muppet version of this timeless Christmas classic?
It was great. It was the first film that Brian ever directed, and my first time as Kermit. And
Really?
yeah, it was really the first thing I did where I was playing Kermit. So we were all, Jim had unfortunately died just shortly before that.
Yeah.
So Christmas Carol for us was a kind of a chance to see whether the Muppets could continue. And so it was really nice that we were all a lot of camaraderie. We were all very excited to be working with each other. And most of the original Muppet team was still there, Frank and Jerry Nelson and Dave. So it was a terrific experience. We really were enjoying what we were doing, and yet we were thinking of Jim the whole time, as you might expect.
Mm. Yeah, well, I'm still thinking about Jim already, and the film.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
We probably have time for another question if you want.
Yeah. Probably two more.
Okay, sure.
Uh, Besides the Muppets doing A Christmas Carol, do you have another favorite film version of the story?
Of the story, my goodness, I can't put my finger on one. There was one where an actor named George C. Scott played Scrooge.
Oh,
And I thought he did a great job because he played it very much like Michael Caine. He played it very, very seriously. What I like about the Muppet version is that because Gonzo is, being the narrator is Charles Dickens, you
yeah.
get to hear the story as well as see it. So you get a lot of what was in the original book. I think that's a nice way to do it.
Well, my favorite version of The Christmas Carol was the Bill Murray version. It's Scrooged.
Oh, that was very funny. I love
Hilarious.
that. Very, very different kind of film, and I thought he was great in
Yeah.
that.
And I think I have time for one more question.
Yes, I think you do.
Um, how were you able to train your voice for each Muppet character throughout many different projects?
Well, a lot of the characters the characters that were my original characters, I got to just make that, voice my own in whatever way I felt like it. With Kermit, it was a bit more difficult because I was trying to do the best I could to sound like Jim's Kermit, to be faithful to that. And so that was a little bit harder to do. But a lot of Kermit to me was less about the voice and more about the personality, the character, who he was. And the voice was almost secondary to that. I don't think I sound exactly like Jim, but I think the character is very close because I knew Jim for such a long time.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty amazing. And
Yeah, I don't think I could have done it had I not known Jim for 12 years or so, because Kermit was such a part of Jim.
anyways,
Listen,
we're nearly running out of time.
Say that again.
We're nearly running out of time.
I
So
think we're close, Seb. I hope you have a great holiday and enjoy your trip to Toronto, and I'll talk to you again.
I will, and have yourself a Merry Christmas.
You too, Seb. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.